Garuda Voice.
நாட்டில் பல மாநிலங்களில் நீர் ஆதாரங்கள் நிலைமை மிக மோசமாக உள்ளதாக தண்ணீர் மேலாண்மை துறை சார்ந்த வல்லுநர்கள் கோவையில் தெரிவித்துள்ளனர். கோவை காருண்யா நிகர்நிலை பல்கலைக்கழகம் சார்பில் தண்ணீர் 2022 என்ற தலைப்பில் கருத்தரங்கு கோவையில் உள்ள தனியார் ஹோட்டலில் நடந்தது. நாட்டின் பல்வேறு பகுதிகளில் இருந்து தண்ணீர் மேலாண்மை துறை சார்ந்த வல்லுநர்கள் பலர் பங்கேற்று பேசினர். கருத்தரங்கு முடிவில் வல்லுநர்கள் முன்னிலையில் பல்கலைக்கழக இணை துணைவேந்தர் ஜேம்ஸ் செய்தியாளர்கள் சந்திப்பில் கூறியதாவது, நாட்டில் பல மாநிலங்களில் நீர் ஆதாரங்களின் நிலையை மிக மோசமாக உள்ளது. காலநிலை மாற்றமே இதற்கு முக்கிய காரணமாகும். இமயமலையில் பனிசிகரங்கள் வேகமாக உருகி வருகின்றன. இதனால் வெள்ளம், வறட்சி போன்றவை அதிகம் காணப்படுகிறது. இவ்வாறு அவர் தெரிவித்தார்.
This Coimbatore Declaration, we call this. This Coimbatore Declaration will be once more edited and we will send it to the central government. We had the people of the central government in this meeting. The member of the Central Water Commission was present here. We will send it to the central government. We will also send it to the state government. State government officials were here. We will send it to state government. We will also send this to the local governments because they are the people who have to take care of the water resources of the panchayats. So we will send it to the local governments and we will request them to implement it. The press can do one help for us. If you can give publicity to this, this will reach the government much before our letters reach. And our letters are seen by the government officials. And the bureaucrats also will see it the moment the press gives it. If we can do that, it will open the eyes of the government. Why I am telling this is, think of the climate change which we are talking about. We have to plan to combat the climate change impact on water resources. I find to my surprise, we have not awakened to this problem so far. Unless and until we awaken to this problem, for example, because of the sea level rise, our coastal waters are going to be saline. And there will be frequent floods and droughts. We have seen the flood in Chennai. We are seeing the floods every year since 2018 in Kerala. And we are having a lot of flood in the northern part of India. The cloud burst, as it has been pointed out, in the north of India, people died. The cloud burst and mud flow, all these things are taking lives. So it is time that all government plannings are done based on considering the impact of climate change on water resources.
இந்த மாநாட்டிலிருந்து 20 தீர்மானங்கள் நிறைவேற்றப்பட்டு அந்த தீர்மானம்
I'll tell you, you take the case of Tamil Nadu. Major part of Tamil Nadu depends on the flows in Kaveri River. I'm talking about major part of Tamil Nadu depends on the Kaveri waters. And the new delta also gets Kaveri waters. So, what you have to think of is that if there is a reduction in southwest monsoon and change in the timing of the southwest monsoon, that is what is happening now, change in the timing of southwest monsoon, what will happen is that the reservoirs in Tamil Nadu will never fill. And there will not be sufficient flow to the Kaveri Delta, the rice bowl of Tamil Nadu. So, what I just wanted to say here is that now when I am talking about frequent floods and frequent droughts and change in the rainfall pattern, timings, there will be drought conditions. In Tamil Nadu, when you want water for your crop, you may not get it. You will get water when you don't want it. So, if that situation comes, and this is a global phenomenon, I'll tell you little more. We have found out there is a phenomenon called El Nino and La Nino. And when there is an El Nino, in Tamil Nadu, northeast monsoon, you get more rainfall. In Kerala, they get less rainfall. Now, what has happened is that El Nino is not there for quite last year, year before last, and this year also we don't have that. Which means that it may have an impact on your northeast monsoon, which is the major monsoon season in Tamil Nadu. This is mainly because of the global changes in the thermal flow regime, which is going to have an impact. This is one of the impacts of climate change on Tamil Nadu waters. And now, when the temperature goes up more and more, the use of water will go more and more. And the loss of water will become more and more. How are we going to address this problem in Tamil Nadu? And we should understand, in Coimbatore, we have got just 600 millimeters of average annual rainfall. We are at least meeting our needs from the waters of Shirvani and waters which come from Parambikulam. What will happen if there is a change in the timings for the waters in these rivers which are feeding into Parambikulam and Shirvani? This is something which we'll have to keep in your mind when you are talking about it. And one of our experts here have studied the changes in the rainfall pattern in the upper reaches of Kaveri. And he says that there is a possible reduction in the rainfall in the upper reaches of Kaveri. If there is a possible reduction in the rainfall in the upper reaches of Kaveri, it is going to affect your metro dam, and it is going to affect the delta. So this is something which we will have to take up very seriously. This is with regard to Tamil Nadu.
Yes, sir.
And coming to...
They asked about the 3 states which were...
And another state is the state of Kerala. From 2018, you had a flood. And 2019, we have got Manoj Samuel here from Center for Water Resources in Kerala. We had in 2019 again a flood. And this year, the whole of Cochin, the great Cochin city, was underneath water. I'm sorry about it. Okay, so every year practically they are having this flood. Earlier, people of that area had not seen any flood, but today you have got a flood. This is state number 2. They say that the studies carried out by the World Bank states that the rainfall and the climate change effect on Andhra Pradesh will be so much so that slowly the rice cultivation in Andhra Pradesh will stop. And dryland crops like groundnut will have to be all the more. And even that will not be economical because of the climate change. This is a study of the World Bank which they are talking about. Patnaik Sahab, you want to say about Odisha? The floods in Odisha?
Yes, I think with the change in rainfall pattern, we are finding that the flood intensity, which
Streams which are quite unusual for that place. And 2014 was a particularly bad year. And subsequently also we had 2 or 3 such incidents, which of course have not been as severe as 2014, but nevertheless quite unusually severe. So it is actually a phenomenon that is unleashing across the length and breadth of the country, and I don't think there is any place which is going to be excluded or it's going to be exempt from these egregious consequences.